Very, very good morning to everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope we had a lovely week. Hope Monday, Tuesday, through to Thursday has been interesting, and hopefully today is also going to be an interesting one. So I'm saying a very good morning to each and every one of us. Um, my name is Joshua, like we all know, and I'm going to be the main man today. I'll be the man driving the bus for this morning's money market review. Okay. So I can see A1 Wisdom, Alfonso Ikediashi, Anikide Solomon. Okay, I can see Bala Olume. I can see Chinedu Ifendu Okono. I can see Olariwaju Gbenga, Omar Skin, Temitope, Tope Balogun, Yusuf Rashidat. Um, okay, I can see Temitayo Adikeye. All right, I'm saying a very good morning to all of you. Thomas Lapidon, good morning. Okay, if you can hear me loud and clear, please, I would like you to go to the comment section and just drop a chat there, maybe good morning, maybe a hi, or you drop a wave so I can know that, yes, you can hear me loud and clear. But at the same time, I'm still saying a very good morning to everybody. Good morning to us all. Okay. Very good morning to everybody. Yes. All right, I can see, okay, somebody's already dropping a thumbs up for me. I can see Olariwaju Gbenga saying good morning, sir. Chinedu is saying good morning, sir. I'm also saying good morning to you too from where I am here, Lagos, wherever you are. I'm saying a very good morning to you all. Good morning. So yes, today is another Monday. There's another day that we're going to be looking at the market where and try and analyze it and see what direction the market is going to go. Yes, we're going to be emphasizing because nobody actually knows the direction or the path is going to choose, but we'll just look at it technically based on the directions on the market, like based on past experience, past actions, price actions, where was price, and the last time it got there, what they did do. So we begin to emphasize and see, and hopefully it moves in that part. So we talk about currencies, talk about commodities, indices, etc., and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So we're going to see how everything is going to be. Yes, I can see that some people are still joining us. The number is still, though the number is still low, it's just 20. I can see like Rotimi Abejoye. I can see Abraham Ode. I can see Adodo Adeniro. Okay, all right. Anthony Onyedika, Celestine. So, yeah. All right. So I'm saying a very good morning to all of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, like I said, my name remains Joshua, and I'll be the man driving the bus, or I'll be your pilot for this morning, MMR. Okay. So, first thing first. Well, I think start with what is going to be happening this morning in terms of fundamentals. We'll look at it and we'll know what's up. Then from there, we dive into the real deal. That is technically, we look at the market and we'll know what is happening. Okay. So yes, starting. So for this morning, we have some news coming out that will be released by 2:30 today, and that's where we have the employment change and unemployment rate by Canadian economy. Understand the news that is coming out is the employment and unemployment change, and also from the US economy we have news like the average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and the unemployment rate. NFP, it's also going to be released today. And all this news is coming out by 2:30. Then we now have news coming out by 4 p.m., which is the prelim University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations too. Then we also have the IV PMI coming out on the Canadian dollar. But from the information we are seeing here is saying tentative. Yeah, tentative. So I believe we all know what it means when we say the word tentative. Understand? So by whatever trade you own, by 2:30, you already know that yes, we have a lot of news coming out on Canadian dollars and USD, and we all know, yes, how do we trade it? There are instruments can trade. You understand? Let's go to your currency pairs. You can see USD CAD JPY, Euro CAD. These are instruments you can go look out and trade on as at that time. And what you'll be expecting is this, okay, if depending on what comes out on the actual, because nobody actually knows what will be released on the actual. Maybe it's going to be positive or negative or neutral. But depending on the information we get, if it comes out positive, we all know what it means, that it's good for Canadian dollars. So it means we should buy. If it comes out negative, it means sell. The same thing on USD, you understand? Comes out positive, green, it means buy the currency. The information that is being released is good for the currency. But if it comes out negative, a reversal, you understand? And if it comes out neutral, depending on the direction of the market, you could follow the direction of the market. But we all know that when it comes out neutral can also be referred to be what? Partial buy. But one thing you need to understand is this: when the news comes out neutral, most of the time it goes in both directions, up and down. So the main thing is just to follow one of the directions, and yes, if possible, you make some proceeds out of it. Then you leave. So for today, that's the news we have for today, coming out by 2:30 and 4 p.m. Then the other news that is 10:80. You understand? So that's that on fundamentals. So let's quickly look at the market technically, and also begin to see some reactions in the market. You understand? Okay, but depending on that, as of this morning, let's look at all the currencies, their strength. As of this morning, we discovered that the dollars is actually strong on the upside. JPY has been strong too. Yesterday, it started pushing up with strength. GBP this morning too is strong. Euros is strong. CHF is strong. CAD is strong. If you want to see this, you can go to your on your browser. Just go to currencystrengthmeter.org and you're going to see it. Now, these two instruments that's really not strong here is the weakest of them all as of this morning, based on the information we're seeing now, is the New Zealand dollar, followed by the Australian dollar. But all the other ones have been pulling up weight. In fact, the strongest as of now is USD, and it's still showing the green arrow sign pushing up. That is the price. The currency is getting stronger and stronger from the information we are seeing. You know, get it? Okay, so we have GBP, JPY is there, fully strong, but no green arrow on it indicating anything. GBP, it's also showing that it's strong, even though not fully strong. It's still like 1 bar out of 10 of it, but the green arrow is also highlighting, showing that yes, it's strong. Same thing we're seeing on Euro and Canadian dollar. And if we go to the chart, we discover that market is actually moving in line with the information it's giving. You understand? So that's that on that. So let's look at what is happening in the market technically. Yes, we'll look at what is happening in the market technically. Okay, so let me share my screen now so we can see it. Okay. All right, so this is it. This is it. So we'll start with, just like you all know, we'll start with currencies, then move to commodities and indices, and later we'll be given some opportunities. Maybe we can call 1 or 2 instruments that you like us to look at, have our analysis on, to know most likely the direction of the market. Okay, that is that on that. So first thing first is Euro USD. So looking at Euro USD now, let's see. Based on the information we saw yesterday, the Euro USD actually closed. It went up. You understand? And at a point, there's a little gap happened. As at 12 a.m., it closed bullish. You understand? But by the time market will open on the next candle, a little gap down. But yes, you see, this is on the daily time frame. This is on my daily time frame, and looking at it from what we're saying, price has actually filled that point that it gapped. You understand? Came down after it gapped down, came down, then went back up, filled the position, and now it's coming back down. Okay. Price closed bullish, but this morning currently it's coming down. Okay. It's coming down this morning, as of this morning, sorry. Okay, so where it is now, there's a little zone. It's a little zone on that. So I'm going to be pointing out this part for us to see clearly. Sorry. When pointing out this part for us to see clearly what we'll be expecting at this particular session here. Now, one of the things we need to look at is this. Look at this past here. You discover that from this point, when it got up, it gapped down a little. And one of the things we need to understand is price will always want to feel this part. You understand? We feel it and it has filled it. Now, price wants to drop. So from this particular position now, looking at what price is doing from this particular position, if price is able to break below 8, this particular part, is price is able to break down below this particular section, expect price to sell. You understand? I'm expecting price to sell if it's able to break below this particular section, this particular zone that has been shaded for us. You understand? I'm expecting price to sell if price is able to break below 8. That's my take on Euro USD. But if that does not happen, then I see it pushing back to the upside. But as far as it's able to break down below it should sell. But mind you, this is just a little reminder, please kindly note, just like I've said, technically, fundamentally, the news is a respecter of no zone. The real news is a respecter of no zone. You understand? So for that reason, if you're trading technically, I will also advise we should be risk conscious. You understand? And when I mean risk conscious, we know that the news is coming out by 2:30. You understand? So whatever trade you want to be on, USD and Canadian dollar, maybe based on the pairings, you understand, the pairings or the pairs. As far as it's USD, we need to take it slow around that point, you understand, because it could move in any of the direction depending. So if you're on a trade around that time, maybe you just be careful, you understand. That's what I'm saying. But currently, based on what I'm saying, around this part, this current zone, this current particular section is a zone. So if price is able to break down successfully, it should sell. But if it's not breaking down below that part, then we already know what is going to happen. You understand? Then there will be a reversal. So my take on Euro USD is this: hold on for it to break below this particular zone where it's let it go down. You understand? Then fine, we expect it to sell. But you see, another reason is this. Remember, we checked on the currency strength meter. I think I need to go back there so we see it. Remember, we checked on the currency strength meter. You discover that price is actually having some little itch there. You understand? And remember, I told us, based on what we're seeing on the currency strength meter, the dollars is strong fully. Also, the euros is strong and it's pushing. You understand? Look at the green arrow is showing on both sides, both on euros, both on USD. So if that is going to happen for a long time, I expect to see it, or I'm expecting the price to range around that particular position based on what we are seeing. You understand? If that is what is going to be happening, I expect it to range based on the information we're receiving from the currency strength meter, that both currencies are they are strong. You understand? Okay, that's my take on Euro USD. Understand? But if that does not happen, if one of it just drop in terms of strength, then the other man is going to take over. You understand? So okay. So we'll move to the next instrument, which is USD CAD. USD CAD. Okay, USD CAD. I'm on USD CAD now currently. I'm looking at it based on what we're seeing also. In fact, as of this point, there was looking at it here. Look at it. Double bottom, and immediately that double bottom finished its own movement. You discover that price went up, now came back to around this same zone, and you're saying that prices were expecting this zone because this zone now, it's more or less like this is a demand zone for it. And let's look at based on what we're seeing on the trend from this part, this particular section, based on what we're seeing on this section. Let's look at the trend. You can see the trend is also like it's more of pushing up on USD CAD. It's more of pushing up. So based on what I'm saying here now, price is respecting it and it's pushing up. So even if price is coming down, I expect once it gets towards this particular trend, it should do what? It should push back up. There should be a rejection to push back price to the upside. You understand? I'm expecting price to be pushed back to the upside. So my take on USD card, this is on my 1 hour time frame, and I'm expecting price to what? To push up. Based on what I'm saying here, I'm expecting price to push up. So even if it's coming down, just to retest this particular zone, this trend, you understand? And like we all know, this is our dynamic support, you understand? And it's also a a demand zone. So I expect price to do what? To push up at this direction. Yes, there could be a pullback, but I'll pitch my tent with who? The bulls in this particular section. Okay. So let's also move to another currency. Let's go to USD JPY. USD JPY. Okay, so I'm on JPY now. And looking at JPY, currently based on what we're saying, you discover that price pushed up to this particular section. You understand? And from that section, it broke it back down. You see, one of the things I want you to get from this stuff is this. You look at it, whenever a point is being marked out, just like I did here, I think this was 2 days ago, I did this particular section. One of the things you need to understand is as price is still within this zone and it moves out. Once it moves out of that zone and it closes, please remember I will tell you waiting is a strategy in technicals. You understand? Waiting is a strategy. I will tell you that the patient dog in technicals eats the fattest bone. You understand? So one of the things you need to understand is this: wait for a verification after the price has moved out of that zone. Once the verification is done and you're able to confirm that yes, it's moving in that direction, you can go for it. But if that does not happen, kindly hold on. Currently on USD JPY, you discover that price has been having issues around this point. It's not going down. It's been respecting that zone. That zone is a strong zone. Even before now, if you look at it based on the past price action, all those particular positions, the price actually had issues. So if price is coming back to this point and is unable to break this point, then it is expected for price to what? To push up. But if that does not happen, and is able to push it back down, then we're expecting price to what? To sell. But like we all know, as of this morning, the dollars is strong. And yes, you can actually see it currently based on what we're seeing on candle zero, the forming candle. You can see that price is actually pushing up. So if it continues that way, if the dollars is still strong, yes, it's going to be pushing up. It's going to be pushing up. And part of the things that has actually been affecting the US dollar currency is some of it is based on the statement that is being made by the newly elected president of the US. That's in person of President Donald Trump. Some few days ago, he was talking about countries, the BRICS nation that consists of Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa, and China. You understand? They are actually more of the founders of BRICS. You understand? Saying that all the nations are part of these BRICS have been pushing against USD is going to increase their tariff by 100%. And based on that reaction, if the market reacts to it the way it's been spoken or it's been said, we're expecting the price, there will be a reaction in the market. There will surely be a reaction in the market. Now, nobody knows how it's going to be for the president of this nation. Maybe if they take it in fear, it might move in one direction of, okay, the USD will push up and the other currencies will go down. But if they react to it negatively and saying, okay, you're not our president, you're just the president of US and this and that, and they're able to stand on their ground, yeah, it could also move the market the other way. But nobody knows what is going to happen next. Nobody knows the next minute on the market price. All we just do is just to emphasize based on actions that we see. You understand? So, but on USD based on where price is at the demand zone, and based on what I'm saying this morning, I'm expecting price to what? To push up, just like I've marked out here. So if you're looking at it around this particular section, okay, around this particular section, okay, so this section is a zone now. This is the zone, you understand? So if price is able to break below this particular section down, we're expecting it to come back to this section. But if that does not happen, You understand? This point where my horizontal line is below. If that does not happen, if price is able to break below it successfully, expecting it to come and do a retest of this zone. And after that, if it's unable to break it, we expect price to what? To push up. That's that on USD JPY. Okay, so let's look at another currency pair. Let's look at one more currency pair before we go to other instrument. Then opportunities will be given to us. Other to call on some instruments we want us to check. Okay, let's look at USD CHF. USD CHF. I'm on USD CHF now. Okay, USD CHF. Okay, based on what we're saying, you see, sometimes ago, if you can look at my chart here, based on what we're saying now, you discover that I marked this point out saying that this is a supply zone. You understand? And because it's a supply zone, it is expected that once price comes down outside this zone that has been marked out, is expected to sell. And you discover that price actually respected this stuff. You see, one of the main thing I've discovered in the market is this: the market moves between two zones. Either it goes up or come down. That's the demand and supply zone, also known as the support and resistance zones. And whatever you're looking at or in the market is this: the market is always creating new zones. Now, yours is just to be able to be able to identify these zones. And look at it on USD CHF. Wow, it really moved down, it gapped down a lot. Now, currently, where price is a demand zone. This is where price is. Price is on a demand zone. Look at it. Price is on a demand zone because price has gotten rejected around this part. So now, based on what we're seeing, okay, pushing it out for us to see, based on what we're seeing here now, this is the zone, pulling it out for us to see around this point. Okay, so this point is a demand zone. Based on what you're saying, this is a demand zone. Based on what we're saying. So if price is able to come back within this point, hold on, wait for it to finish whatever movement it wants to do. But as far as price is unable to break back into it, I'm expecting it to push back up. And again, look at this, look at this, look at this. This particular session used to be a support, you understand? Price went up, now came back down, broke that zone, formed a new zone. Now, where price is more or less like a resistance. That's why you can see that price has been having issues here. Price has been having issues here. But hold on for it to break above it successfully, completely. Let it break above it completely. Let it break above this zone completely. And if it's able to break above this zone successfully, you understand? I'm continues with another bullish trend, you understand? Yes, then we're expecting price to buy. I'm expecting price to buy on USD CHF based on what I'm saying. If price is able to break above this zone successfully, I am expecting price to what? To push to the upside. But if that does not happen, then you hold on. You understand? So I pitch my tent with the bulls on USD CHF. I pitch my tent with the bulls on USD CHF. That's my own opinion or my own bias. Okay. All right. So let's check some commodity instruments. Let's check some commodity instruments. So we start with gold. Yes. Let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. So I'm on gold now. Yes, I'm on gold. Oh. So based on what we're seeing on the daily time frame, we discovered that price actually pushed up to a particular point, a particular high, now started coming back down. Now look at this. This is on my daily time frame, please. Look at it. Let's look at this. You see, went up, came back down around this point, came back to this point, respected it and pushed it up. Now where price is having another issue here, which is what, okay, look at it again. Can you see? A new zone has been formed. And based on what price is doing here now, based on what price is doing here, as far as price does not break down, I am expecting it to do what? To push up. This is on my daily time frame. I'm expecting a buy from the gold sellers, you understand? From the Hello, sorry for that. There was a break in network. I'm sorry for that, but I think we're back now fully. We're back fully. So yes, I'm going to be sharing my screen again to also we could see amateurs. So yeah, we are back online. Okay, so my gold back on gold based on what we're saying, you can see that okay, around this point it's a zone. But one of the things I also want you to know, remember when we checked our currency strength meter, we discovered that the USD is actually strong. And one of the things you need to understand is this: the reaction of gold to the dollars is inverse. If the dollars is going up, gold goes down, and if dollars is going down, you see gold moving up. You understand? But at the same time, I want us to understand something. Gold is an economic instrument. So, but based on this now, I will expect us to hold on, let price break below this particular zone, even if we are going to enter a sell. Let's hold on for it. If it comes back, breaks below this particular section, it is expected that price is going to be having issues around this point or this particular section here. You understand? So if you're going to enter for a sell, hold on for it to break below this particular zone. And if it comes below it, then you get your verification. You can place your sell and come wait for this particular session here, because at this zone there's going to be a, 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 a little bit of a pullback because it's a zone on its own. But if that does not happen, it continues moving down, it could get to this point. But first thing first, you can still see if price is still having issues around here. So if price does not break below this zone, please kindly hold on gold. Kindly hold on. But if you can see a fine or successful push downwards, then you can go for the sell. That's my take on gold. That's my take on gold. Okay. All right. So let's look at oil. Oil. Let's look at oils. Stay with us. Let's look at oil. Okay. All right. On oil now. Nice. Okay, before now, I'd even drawn a particular section on oil, and you discover that price has been respecting this particular zone. So it is expected for price to come down to this particular section. No, so around this section, it's expected that price should do what? Push back up. Expecting price to push back up. Also note, oil is an economic instrument. It has its own reaction to what? To dollars. Reaction is inverse to, you understand? It's not actually direct, you understand? So hold on for this particular man to get down here, then push up, you understand? Based on what we're saying, or I'm saying in price, you discover that the market price has been respecting this particular session for a while now. This particular zone we are seeing here is a demand zone. This particular section we're seeing here, from this point, you discover that price has been having issues breaking below this particular section. And even the last time it came down below it, it still what pushed back up. It still respected that particular session. This is on my 1 hour time frame, you understand? So we're expecting that price should fall into this particular zone, which is known as what our demand zone. This particular demand zone, we're expecting price to do what? To push up. So hold on for it to get to this particular section, close within this section, you understand? Then we expect price to start doing what? To reverse back, to push back to the upside on oil. Okay, so I'll expect us to hold on for it to get into the zone clearly before a reversal. That's my take on oil. Okay, all right. So, all right. Idris Badamasis, you're saying we should look at US 100. Okay, so let's go there. Let's see what is happening on US 100. US 100. All right. Looking at what we're saying, this is my US 100 chart. What am I saying? Price is Currently, this morning price is not giving a definite direction with what we are saying. In fact, this is the first part, got to this part, got rejected, and now it's more or less like price is ranging. And if price is ranging, one of the things you need to understand is this: it means a correction is about to take place. A correction is about to take place. So because that correction is about to take place, what do? You wait, wait, wait for price to break out of the ranging zone. Are we together? Yes. Wait for price to break out of the ranging zone. If it's able to break out of the ranging zone, depending on the direction it moves, then you do what? You follow the direction. You understand? If it goes to the upside, you follow it. If it goes to the downside, you follow it. You understand? Depending. But currently, it's not giving us any definite direction. You understand? So because it's not giving us any definite direction, I will advise us to do what? To wait. Hold on. Hold on. Don't rush. You understand? Let it give you a definite direction. That's the best way of doing it technically. The waiting it's a very good strategy for us when it comes to technicals. And also, one of the things you also need to look at again when you're trading technically is the trend of the market. We also tell you that the trend should always be what? Should be your friend. You understand? The trend should be your friend. So US 100, hold on for it to give you a definite direction, then you follow it. But if that does not happen, you wait. And please also note, remember, I will tell you, these are instruments. The US 100 is a US it's a tech instrument in the US economy, tech instrument for US economy. So you know that yes, they also react to news from the US economy. You understand? Okay, that's on US 100. Which other instrument? Let's look out for another indices. Indices. Let's look out for US 2000. Okay. US 2000 case then. Okay. So looking at US 2000, this is on my 1 hour time frame. Can you see? Remember the last time we discussed that day we actually saw it that it gapped up. Coming, let's see. We saw price gapping up sometimes ago around last month. I told us that look, one of the things you need to understand is this: whenever there's a gap, whether to the upside or the downward side, price will always fill it back. You saw it gapped up to this point, went up, came back down, ranged around that point for a while, but now price is back down. You discover that price has filled that particular position. Okay. But let's look at what is currently happening on US 2000. Currently, is also having issues around this point. This point now is more of the bullish zone, the demand zone, based on what we are saying here. Coming. Based on what we are saying here now, we discover that price is having issues around this particular section. Is yet to push. Price is expecting it. But looking at it based on what we are seeing in the past, you understand? If price is still within this part, is not going, if it breaks down below this, we're expecting price to come down to around this point. You understand? We're expecting price to come down to around this particular section. You understand? Based on what we're saying, yes, expecting price to come down to around this section. But you know, indices instrument, any instrument that has to do with indices, yeah, they will always, their most, the movement on indices basically is always bullish. We expect it to move up most of the time, but yes, there will still be times that what price comes back down. You understand? So in this zone, within this zone, we need to hold on for it, let it break out, giving us the direction it wants to follow. If it goes down, then we expect it to sell. But based on what I'm saying, time past, I'm expecting that price can still drop to this particular session here. Let me mark it out for us to see. Okay, still expecting the price can still drop down to this particular zone around here. Expecting it to drop down to this zone. So if price is able to get down to this particular session, then I expect price to do what? To push up. Yes, I expect price to push up. But you know, nobody knows the direction. I'm just giving an opinion on it based on what I'm seeing in the market now currently, because currently it's not giving us a definite direction, but hold on, it can decide to break back down close below this section. If it closes below this section, it is expected that price will get within this, should come to around this particular zone here that has been shaded out for us. It's expected that price will get to this particular section before it reverses back to the upside. You understand? That's my own take on US 2000. Okay, so I'm going to be giving us the opportunity now to drop some certain instruments you want me to look at. And if you're dropping the same instrument that I've talked about, you have to hold on for me to be done with the ones that I've not talked about first. Then if we still have time, go back and check on those instruments and we pick the one we want. So yes, who's going to be the first? Who is dropping the first instrument that I want us to check? Yeah, I'm waiting for us. You drop it, then we pick. We move. But pending the time that is being done, let's look at okay. Mr. Mike is saying GBP USD, GBP JPY. Okay, let's start with GBP USD. After which we move to GBP JPY. GBP USD, right? Okay. GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD. Okay, so looking at it, based on what we're seeing on my 1 hour time frame, you discover that price actually moved up and it got to this particular high and it's having issues here now. And price has been respecting that point. And also around this point too, there's another. See, so between these 2 points, this is on my 1 hour time frame, please mind you, kindly check on my 1 hour time frame. You discover that price has been having issues between these two zones. You understand? It's ranging between these two zones, and based on what we're seeing, in fact, let me find it for that so we could see it better. Discover that price has not moved beyond this particular zone here. Okay. So based on what we're seeing here now, can you see it's ranging between these 2 points and it's also having issues around this point too inside, you understand, more or less like the internal zones now. So depending on what we're saying, we should expect price to what to correct. Let it give you a definite direction. If it breaks above this particular section successfully, it's going to be pushing up to the upside. But if that does not happen, if it goes back down, then we're expecting price to sell, you understand, on GBP JPY. So looking at this particular section, you wait for price to do what? To break above that particular section. Although based on what we're saying here, if you can zoom in successfully, seeing a doji and also a bullish candle, if this particular candle zero is able to close bullish with this doji, it could be a more of a reversal, you understand, and it will reverse back up and might push back to the upside based on what we're saying. But if that does not happen, then a new zone is being created, a new one or a new direction is going to be followed. So that's my take on GBP USD. Let's look at GBP JPY, which is next. GBP JPY. Okay, GBP JPY. I'm on GBP JPY now. All right. So currently on candle zero, we discover that there's a strong bullish movement on GBP JPY. There's a strong push from the buyers on GBP what? JPY. So looking at it now, based on what we're seeing coming, let me just okay. Based on what is being seen on GBP JPY now, price is pushing up, so hold on for it to be done here now. Let the next candle give us another positive movement upwards, then our advice we can go for our buy. But if that does not happen, hold on, because it's still around this point now. We can see that there's a zone here. The last time price got here, came down before it broke above it, got up here, came back. Now price is within this particular section, this particular first zone that we're talking about here, and discover that price is having issues here. If price is able to break above it, then we're expecting it to get to this particular section at this particular zone here, this particular section here. We're expecting price to have some ish here, you understand? So if price is able to get back to this particular zone here, we should be expecting price to what? To come down. That's my take on this particular section. Wait for it to get to this particular zone that has been pointed out, then we can look out for price to sell. But if that does not happen, if it breaks above that particular section, it's going to buy. But as far as price comes within this zone, I'm expecting price to have some pullback, you understand, a pushback to the downward side. So my take on GBP JPY, hold on for it to enter this particular zone here, then we can sell. We can expect a sell from that point. Yes. So GBP JPY, that's my take on that. Okay. Next instrument is Euro CHF. Sean Jonah is saying we should look at Euro CHF. Okay. Let's go and see what is happening on Euro CHF. Let me just okay. Stay with us. Euro CHF. Okay. Euro CHF on it. Wow. Okay, so looking at Euro CHF on my 1 hour candle time frame, you discover that price has actually been moving between two zones. In fact, look at it here. Look at it based on what we're saying. This is one, this is the other one. Let's just say this part, yes. It's been moving. In fact, it's been more of this particular section. This particular section. It's been in between it. So basically what we're expecting here now, because price got to this part, it got rejected around this zone. On my 1 hour, I'm expecting another what? I'm still expecting price to push up until it will get to this particular section and do what? Push back down. That's what I'm expecting based on what we've seen. Price has been expecting these two zones here. It's been expecting these two zones. Okay, let's see. Okay, even on the daily time frame, if you look at it, look at what we're saying. It's also showing that price, based on what we're seeing on the trend, you understand, came down on the daily time frame. From the daily time frame, it has been moving down. Look at it coming down to this particular section. Now, it's having issues at this zone. You understand? The last time it got here, it pushed back up. You see, around this point, did something like a double bottom, then it pushed up to the upside. Now it's coming back down. So it is expected that price should what be rejected, because the last time it got to this particular zone where it is, this is on my daily time frame, it got here, which we can see was around coming. The last time he got there, let's see, was around August, the month of August, you understand? When he got there, and from there he pushed back to the upside. Now, came back to around that same zone again, and he respected it and he pushed it up. Now, price is ranging between that zone. So now one of the things we need to understand is this: when you discover that price is actually pushing or hitting a particular zone severally, it is expected that price will break that zone. But please, it's just part of the analogy of the market. You understand? When price begins to hit a particular position consistently, it is expected that price should break that particular zone. But before we don't let us be aggressive about it. Let's hold on for it to do what? To break it clearly. Then we'll do what? We follow. If that does not happen, then we hold on. But logically or technically, looking at it based on past price action, we should be expecting the price to what? To push up. Yes, you should expect price to push up on this particular zone or section. But if that does not happen, then we're expecting price to do what? To go down. So Euro CHF, hold on for it in this particular section. Okay, so yes, any more instrument you want us to check on, please kindly drop. I'm expecting us, you've only dropped 3 instruments. I'm still expecting us to drop more. So I'm giving us that opportunity now. Let's do that, please, before move. Okay. Yes. So, okay, we're on wheat. This is wheat. Let's look at wheat. So for a while now, price got up to this particular high, came down, followed the trend, it came down. If you look at it from this particular section, price came down, you understand? In fact, if you look at it, this is it. Price came down again. price started pushing back to the upside, pushed back to the upside. And currently, based on what we're saying, price stopped here at this particular zone, and it's trying to push it back down. Yes. So okay, so price is trying to push it back down, stopped here. So hold on for it. Based on what we're saying here, it's more or less like it's dancing between this zone here, more or less like price is dancing or ranging between these zones. So wait for it to break out of this zone successfully or break to the upside. You understand? This particular zone is a strong zone. So wait for it to break above it successfully. Then you can do what? You can buy. But if that does not happen, wait. You understand? Wait. Okay. So let's see which other instrument. Okay, Donny is saying we should look at DE40. DE40. All right. Let's go to DE40. DE40 it is. Like we all know, DE40 is a German instrument. It's a German instrument. It's a German indices. Okay. DE40. Now, if you look at it based on what I'm seeing on this 1 hour time frame, look, price has been moving up. It's been pushing up on DE40. Look at it from this particular section. Look at the whole move. It's been pushing up. In fact, let's say, okay, this is since 27th of November. Okay, let's look at another one from this particular section to you discover that price has actually been pushing up. Now, when it got to this, yeah, it's been pushing up on DE40. That's the movement on DE40. But currently, you discover that price is having issues around this particular zone. Look at it. It's been having issues here. It's not been pushing. Price got up to this point. So we could experience a little pullback. You understand? We could experience a little pullback to around this particular section here. You understand? I'm saying to pull back around this section or this section, one of these two. Okay, let me just leave it here. Let's leave it here. We could experience a pushback to this point, after which price will what? Push up. Expected that price will push up and break this position. That's my take. So just like like I said, on indices, it is always expected that price will push up. It's always expected that price will push up, even if there's going to be a little pullback. And if you look at it based on what we're seeing on daily time frame, it's been what? It's been pushing up. Once it pushes up, a while it rests at a particular dimension, hold on for a while, gather more momentum, and it pushes back, moves back, continues the upward movement. So it could do the same thing around this particular section because it has broken above all these particular highs, you understand? From higher low, higher high, you understand? It's been breaking that particular position. So around the same zone, it could repeat the same action, dance within these two zones, then it will push up to the upside. So for DE40, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls. Yes, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on DE40. I'm expecting price to still to push up. So even if it's going to be pulling back, coming back down, it's just going to be for a short while. Then it pushes back to the upside. The momentum is going to be strong on the for the upward movement. That's my take on DE40. Okay, so yes, any other instrument, I'm still expecting us to drop more instrument that we can look at. You understand? Yeah, you're welcome, Doing. You're welcome. All right. So yes, any other instrument, which other instrument do you want us to look at? Yes, maybe you're just joining and you want us to look at a particular instrument. Please kindly drop it so we look at it. We look at it. So pending that time, okay, let's see. Come in, let's see this particular instrument. Let's look at CAD JPY. CAD JPY. Okay. Looking at CAD JPY, discover that let's see it's CAD JPY. On CAD JPY now, and on my daily time frame, that's what I am. So let me put it back. Okay, 1 hour time frame. Wow. So looking at it, price has been pushing up in, okay, let me drag this trend for us to see from this point. Can we see? Price has been moving up. At JPY, price has been moving up. So we should be expecting an upward trend. As far as price does not break below this particular trend, I'm expecting price to do what? To push up to the upside based on what I'm seeing. I'm expecting price to push up to the upside on this trend based on what I'm seeing. At JPY, expected price to push up. But at the same time, there's a zone around this point. So yes, it's just logical though for price to have a little stop here. It would be just because it's a zone, but if price is able to break above it, then I'm expecting price to push up to the upside on CAD JPY based on what I'm seeing and the trend. You understand? This is on my 1 hour time frame, please. Okay. So okay, let's see. AY is saying we should look at gold. Volatile is saying we should look at corn. Okay. Yes, I looked at gold ahead before, so we'll do it this way. I'll look at for corn, look at corn, after which we now go back to gold. Let's do it that way. Look at corn first, then I go back to gold. Okay. All right. So corn it is then, corn. Like we all know, corn is a commodity instrument. Corn is a commodity instrument. Okay. It's a commodity instrument, and if you look at it on 1 hour time frame, look at a point it gapped up, came back down, filled that zone, went up, and now looking at where price is at a particular zone here. Now this is it to make it interesting. I'm still expecting price to push up on corn, and if it's pushing up on corn, I'm expecting it to get to this particular section up here. I'm expecting to get to this particular high. You understand? Now, when it gets to this particular high, this particular high here is it's a supply zone. You understand? It's a supply zone around this point. You understand? This particular zone here is a supply zone. So it is expected for price. Once it gets to this zone, it is expected that price should do what? Should come down. That's my take on corn. Yes. For a while now, if you look at it based on what we're seeing from the past, it's been long. Price got to that particular point where it is, you understand, where I shaded for us. It's been really, really long. It's been a long time price got to that particular section. You see? So it is expected that if price should get to that particular zone, it's expected that price should do what? Should sell, is expected. So yes, if price is moving up to this side, I'm expecting it to sell from this position. You understand? Expecting a sell from this position. That's my own opinion, but it might not happen that way. You understand? I'm expecting a sell from this position. But even where price is currently, there's a zone there because you discover that the last time price got to this particular section where the current market price is, there was a pull back. It pushed back. You understand? It pushed it back down. So if price should respect this zone here, I'm expecting it to sell. But if that does not happen, if it's able to break above this particular section successfully where it is now currently, then I'm expecting it to get to this supply zone. So around this supply zone, I'm expecting the price to push back to the downward side. But if that does not happen, then and price respects the zone where it is currently, I'm expecting it to what? To drop. So that's my take on corn. That's my take on corn. Okay, so for that I expect you have gotten what you want to get on corn. So AY, let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. Yes, let's go back to gold. Just like I said, gold is also a commodity instrument. Gold is a commodity instrument, and it is expected that okay, it has an inverse reaction to dollars. You understand? And basically, based on what we're saying, it remember this first part I pulled out this horizontal line here. Like I said, it's a zone, and I was saying that if price is able to break below it successfully, I'm expecting price to come down. But you discover that price has respected that zone and it has pushed it back. It's pushing it back up. You understand? It's pushing it back up. So if price is not able to break it down, if it closes bullish, you understand? If it's able to close bullish, in fact, hopefully if it's able to close around this point or above the week of candle one, I'm expecting price to what to be reversed back up. You understand? I'm expecting price to get up to around this particular point. or pushes back to this section here. You understand? That's it. But based on where price is now, the zone here is actually pushing back price to the upside. It's pushing back on price to the upside. So that's the main reason. And well, all the last time price got there is we expected it. So it's pushing back up. And we still got like some minutes to when this candle will close. This is 1 hour, I understand. We still have like 5 minutes, and 5 minutes is a lot of time for it to push back to the upside. So yes, if it's able to close up above this particular section, or even like 70% of this candle one, if it's able to close 70% of it, then I'm expecting price to what, to push up on gold. That's my take on gold. That's my take on gold now, currently, based on what we're saying now. Okay, so I'll give us opportunity now. We just have like 4 minutes left. We have like 4 minutes left. So fastest finger, I have two more instruments. Please kindly drop it. Let's look at it. Fastest finger, fastest finger. I'm expecting two more instruments and we're going to look at it. Two more instruments, fastest finger. And we just, please, you can hear me clearly, please. I need us to drop just two instruments, then I'll work on that. Two more instruments. Okay. I'm giving us the opportunity to do that. You have any instrument you want me to look at, please kindly drop it. Just two more. I'm waiting for us. We still have like 4 minutes. Okay. I can see Adewale saying we should look at GBP-CHF. GBP-CHF. Okay. GBP-CHF. Just giving the opportunity for one more instrument after this. GBP-CHF. Okay, let's look at GBP-CHF. GBP-CHF. I'm on it. GBP-CHF. GBP-CHF. Okay. Now look at it. GBP-CHF price is respecting this particular zone where it is, and it's been pushing back to the upside. So yes, I'll pitch my tent with the bulls if he's able to close around this point. I mean, if he's able to close above this point, you understand, I'll pitch my tent with the bulls, because around this point there's a zone here. Once it gets into this particular section, there's a zone here. So if he's able to close above it, I pitch my tent with the bulls. But if that does not happen, I'm expecting it to do a retest back down. That's my take on GBP CHF. That's my take on GBP CHF. Okay, so that's that for that, Mr. Adewale. Ekpemsky saying you should look at USD card. Okay, I'll go to USD card. I'm saying good morning. Matthew A saying good morning, sir. Is there any impact today? Yes, there's a news coming out today, and that's on Canadian dollar and USD, the NFP on USD, and we also have the unemployment and employment rate or change on employment change in the Canadian economy. So yes, they can do their own quota. Funny enough, it could move, it might move, it might not move. But yes, the time is 2:30. So yes, we should all look out for 2:30 around that time, depending on what the market says. If it says buy, you buy. If it says sell, you sell. You understand? So USD card, Mr. Ekpemsky. Let's look at USD card. Okay. USD card. All right. So looking at USD card now. Remember, just like I said I see the trend pushing up. It's more of a bullish trend for me, based on what you're saying. It's been expecting this trend. You understand? This is a dynamic support. But looking at the way it is now, based on what is showing on candle zero, it's more or less like it's dropping. And if it's dropping, I expect it to get to this particular trend. It might get there, it might not get there. But based on my opinion, if it gets there, I expect it to respect the trend. And you know, if you're looking at the instrument that respect zones more, I have currencies. Currencies are the most obedient when it comes to zones, you understand? So if it drops down to this particular trend, I'm expecting it to push back up. But if that is not the case and it breaks below it, then we're expecting a new zone has been created. Then we expect price to continue the sell down to around this point, this particular position. Okay. We expect price to sell down to this particular position. That's if that happens. But if that doesn't happen, then we expect a pushback to the upside. You understand? So that's my take. But based on the trend, it's been pushed. It's more or less like it wants to push up, it wants to go up. You understand? But the market is so funny and dynamic. It can move in any direction of its choice. Okay, so today we've come to the end of this particular MMR, and today is a Friday, and like we all know, it's the end of the week, and it's also the closing of the market to we retail traders. You understand? So please and please, whatever it is you're doing, make sure you're out of the market before 10 p.m. But if you know you have a good position and looking at the direction of the market based on what you know, what you see, you have a good procedure and your lot size is normal, then you can still stay and follow the direction. You understand? So Matthew A, Ekpemski, Olariwaju, Benga, Chinedu, Wisdom, that's A1. I can see A1 Wisdom, Arubi Emmanuel Ogbaji, Idris Badamasi, Mike, Sean Jonah, Doni. Well, I'm saying a very big thank you to all of you. Thank you for joining today's MMR. Abdurrahman Adamu, Ibrahim Ode. Yes, I might not be, or I won't be able to call everybody's name, but please kindly note that yes, we value you as a company. We value you as a company, and we wish you all a happy weekend. Thank you very much. Bye for now.